Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
Nario Sangueza was a husband, father, and grandfather. He enjoyed golfing, spending time with his grandchildren, and his job as a taxi driver. He died as a result of Saturday afternoon's crash on Route 4A in Talofofo. His family telling KUAM he was on his way to pick up his granddaughter from her rugby match in Talofofo. Riding with him in the car, his daughter and her 3 children. Sangueza driving this Toyota Venza, slamming into a concrete utility pole. Shortly after, Sangueza's wife, Vicky, who was in the Philippines at the time of the crash, got a phone call she says she'll never forget.
And then I got a call from my brother-in-law that something happened, and that's it. And he called me that he wasn't able to make it.
Ms. Sangueza tells KUAM doctors told her that her husband suffered a heart attack, but it's not clear if that was the cause of the crash or a result of losing control of the vehicle. Meanwhile, her daughter, Ana Katrina Cruz, and her 3 children are still hospitalized, but Mrs. Sangueza says their injuries are not life-threatening. She tells us Nario was a longtime taxi driver, most recently driving for Resort Taxi. He also worked as a warehouse man for FHP and for Fletcher Pacific Construction too. His wife tells us Nario Sangueza was a hard worker who always provided for his family.
Just to support us, give us everything what we need. And especially the grands, they're so spoiled to him. He give everything what we need. He's very supportive. So we're gonna be missing him a lot, and I don't know what to do without him now.
She said her husband's friends always spoke highly of him and couldn't find anything bad to say about him.
He's a very loving, supportive, and everything. He's a perfect husband, father, grandfather. He's a good person. He's really a good person.
Meanwhile, police spokesman Sergeant Paul Tapao tells KUAM wet road conditions likely played a factor in the crash, which is still being investigated by the Guam Police Department. Over the years, several people have died along that stretch of road, and Tapao says locals know how dangerous it is.
And it really is the surface when it rains and everything, it becomes slick.
Meanwhile, Sangueza's grandson, Drew, said his grandpa was a safe driver, and Gov Guam should do more to improve road conditions.
They should fix all the roads to be more safe for others so that nothing like this can ever happen again.
Vicky and Nario Sangueza, married for 40 years. They have 4 children, 3 daughters and a son. Vicky holding back tears as she shared how just last week her husband was here in this house. And today, she's making funeral plans for him. What hurts for her is that she wasn't able to say goodbye to him. So we asked her what she would say to her husband if she had the chance.
I know you're still around. I'm sorry I was not able. I was not with you. So I'm sorry for everything. I love you very much. I'm gonna miss you.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.